get down to the messiness. So let me just say a couple of things. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel because it really does help me out just a little bit. But the liking does help a lot. Help me move up through the algorithm, and help me get seen a little bit more. And liking up the channel doesn't hurt. You can just come in, move out. You know, you ain't like what I'm talking about. You can still like it and keep on moving. That helps me. But thank you for even coming in and just seeing what's going on. But let's get down to the messiness. So Cassidy is planning. So she's planning to end up testifying at Diddy's trial. She also planned to use her real name. I said, girl, go on with it. The full name with in the marriage. So she planned to testify in his upcoming trial. And that's really gonna be interesting. I don't know if they're gonna have cameras in the courtroom or not. They haven't said much about it, but we'll find out when May come around if they're gonna be it's gonna be televised or not. But that's gonna be an interesting thing to see how many people are gonna testify doing that and see how that goes. So let's move on past her. Let's move on to high profile lawyer Joe Tapico. I can't say his last name, but it was the lawyer that ended up getting ASAP Rocky from going to jail. So now he will be representing Wendy Williams in her guardianship battle, which is, I think, it's a great thing. And hopefully, she can get control of her life, of her money, to an extent where they have something set up so that not all of her money is put some of her money up so that she can do whatever she want to do with the rest of it, but a percentage of it is put up so that just in case, she spent it all. She has something to fall back on. But good luck, Wendy. You got you a high price lawyer, file lawyer who's gonna defend you and help you out. So good luck with that. So let's move on to Terrence Howard. So Terrence Howard, my boy. So he ended up doing some interview where he claimed that Diddy tried to sleep with him. He said on two occasions. He said one time was that Diddy actually asked him to become his acting coach. They help him get ready for a role and stuff. So he said he went to Diddy's place and stuff, and he said they were sitting down, and he said Diddy was just staring at him. He said there wasn't no material. He asked him where the material at or anything, and he said he was just staring at him. He went, okay, okay, this is weird. So it ended up happening again. This time he said Diddy said he wanted to help him with his music and stuff. And so he said he went again, he came there, he brought his music and everything, and he said same thing happened again. He was just staring at me. And this time he said his assistant, Terrence Howard's assistant, told him he's trying to F you, man. He went, what? For real? Well, oh, okay. But he went, I don't roll that way. That ain't what I do. He said, I'm comfortable with who I am. 100%. But he went, okay. After that, duly noted, he said, I know to stay away from him and his antics, and I'm good. So I said, do I believe it? I do. I said he wanted some of that Lucius Lyons. He wanted that Empire. Lucius Lyons. That's what he wanted. He know how Cookie was acting. He wanted some of that. Or he wanted that Hustle and Flow character. Did he know what he want? He see them pretty eyes, and he was like, yes. I'm gonna get it. Oh man. But that's what was going on with Terrence. So let's move on to the young man, Camelo Kamelo Anthony. Okay, if you don't know, the high school young man who ended up murdering another athlete during an altercation. So his family ended up raising over 150K to help his defense team because he is his bond is $1 million, which is crazy. So the family said he wasn't the aggressive one, and from what the details of the story was, he was not the aggressive one. But hopefully, hopefully this money helps him in his defense, because this is considered a murder. I will say the way that bond is, who knows how they're gonna do this. But good luck, sir. So let's move on past him. Let's move on to Terrence Owens. So Mr. Terrence Owens got caught up in a massive flood. He got caught in a Uber, and this man actually filming it as he in the Uber and then show the scene. It was like the water was all the way up to the past the door window, and he said, "I gotta swim up out of here." I think so, sir. I think so. But why is you filming it on I want to say he was on Instagram. The way the chat was coming, it looked like Instagram. So, hey, in the comment, how you doing? It looked like the Instagram that what he was on. Hello, that's what going on there. Instagram was where he was, and so he said he got to swim through. I said, sir, you should be mostly worrying about your safety instead of being on social media showing what's going on. But I kind of understood that he didn't know what may happen if this was gonna be his last day on Earth, and he just wanted to capture the moment. But I haven't heard anything else about it, or if he had made it to safety or whatever. But hopefully he did. I'm praying for him. Um, do I got one more? Yes, I got one more for us. So this is a tragedy that happened. This happened in Florida. This man ended up setting up his girlfriend and the mother of his 3 children. So he planned a home invasion where he had somebody come into the house, murder his girlfriend, and he waited 2 hours to call the police. And then when the police showed up, he actually had the guy shoot him in the arm. And police said that everything wasn't adding up. So the coroner ended up seeing that the fatal wound that happened to the girlfriend was already dry. So now he is being charged with murder, and the person that he had uh, do the hire hitman, they didn't say what happened to him yet. I don't know if the hired hitman gave up evidence so that he can get a lesser charge. It didn't say. It was more focused on the boyfriend. So this woman lost her life. And apparently the boyfriend wasn't even supposed to be there at her house because text messages showed that they were not even supposed to be um, messing around. But that's all that happened, y'all. It's your boy Paul. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy the channel. Bye, y'all.